Setting up a new internal audit activity is a comprehensive process that needs meticulous planning and execution. Below are the steps for establishing a new internal audit function. 1. Identify the need for an internal audit department. Before you establish an internal audit department, you need to identify why your business needs it. Are you looking to assess and manage risks, improve operational efficiency, ensure regulatory compliance, or all of the above? Once you understand the need, you can better define the objectives of your internal audit department. 2. Obtain management and board support. Before you set up an internal audit function, you need to obtain the approval of the management and board. Explain the importance of the internal audit function and how it will contribute to the organization's goals. 3. Determine the scope of the IAA. Define the scope of the internal audit activity. This might include financial auditing, operational auditing, IT auditing, compliance auditing, and more. The scope will depend on your organization's size, industry, risks, and regulatory environment. Setting up a new internal audit. 4. Establish the IAA status within the organization. The internal audit activity should have a high level of independence from other functions to allow objective and unbiased audits. Typically, the IAA reports to the board or the audit committee. 5. Formulate the audit committee. This committee typically includes members of the board of directors who oversee the IAA. They are responsible for approving the internal audit charter, reviewing audit findings, and ensuring that management takes appropriate action in response to audit findings. 6. Define the internal audit charter. Draft an internal audit charter that outlines the function's purpose, scope, authority, and responsibility. The charter should clearly state the independence of the internal audit function and be approved by the board or the audit committee. 7. Determine the structure of the internal audit function. Decide on the size and structure of the internal audit function, which will depend on the organization's size, complexity, and risk profile. 8. Appoint a Chief Audit Executive, CAE. The CAE is responsible for managing the internal audit function. The CAE should have the necessary qualifications and experience in internal auditing, risk management, or a related field. 9. Build the internal audit team. Recruit qualified internal auditors to form the team. Depending on the organization's needs, the team might include auditors with expertise in finance, IT, operations, compliance, etc. 10. Develop the internal audit plan. Identify the organization's key risks and develop an audit plan based on these risks. The audit plan should specify the audits to be conducted over a given period, typically a year. 11. Establish internal audit procedures. Develop detailed procedures for planning and conducting audits, reporting, and following up on audit findings. These procedures should conform to professional auditing standards, such as those set by the Institute of Internal Auditors, IIA. 12. Implement the internal audit plan. Execute the audit plan by conducting audits as planned. Gather and analyze evidence, document findings, and make recommendations for improvement. 13. Communicate and report findings. Communicate the audit findings to the management and the audit committee. Prepare detailed audit reports that clearly articulate the findings and recommendations. 14. Monitor management's response and remediation. Monitor how management is addressing the audit findings. This might involve conducting follow-up audits to verify that the recommended actions have been implemented. 15. Continuous improvement. Continually improve the internal audit function based on feedback from stakeholders, results from quality assurance and improvement programs, and updates to best practices in internal auditing.